Well, everybody, the world, commercial real estate world, and friends all around, Gayle Circle and Keith and mine, welcome to the call. We have the pleasure of interviewing Gayle today. She is celebrating 1 year in real estate with eXpCommercial. She's been in the industry 3 decades. Seasoned professional. I've had the pleasure of meeting Gayle a year ago by my good friend and business partner, Keith Andrews. Keith, welcome to the call.
Thank you, Tom. I had the fortunate time to meet her 12 years ago in Los Angeles, California, when she and I showed up at the same place to go past this very rigorous 6-hour test in order for us to become designees of the CCIM Institute. We now have our CCIM since 2014. Since then, we stayed in touch because she would show up at the national global meetings a few times like I did. And one thing that stood out to me, she said, "Keith, I've always been a single mom." And I said, "Wow, for everything you've done and what I've learned from you, that's amazing to me."
And running a massive successful business and giving back to your community. Gayle, tell the world who Gayle is.
I love what I do. I'm very driven. I've been doing this 30 years. Got it down to a science if you can do so. When I came on with eXp a year ago, I hired my daughter, who's been licensed for 8 years. And that was one of the best things I've ever done. She likes to do the back end, the paperwork. I get to do what I do best, and that is do deals. And that is kind of like one of my mottos, doing deals in heels, because I always wear high heels.
Gayle, 1 year with eXp. You've been in the business for 3 decades. How did you perform?
On my anniversary, which is February 1st, I will have done more production in 1 year and more profitable than my whole career. So that is, in 30 years, this is my best year ever.
How'd you make it feel?
Part of the family.
Awesome.
Same thing happened to me too.
It's
so
pretty
yeah,
awesome.
that's fantastic.
It's pretty awesome. I'm so glad that you're here and you've seen your career be the best year ever out of 30 years. And you know what? Real estate, generally speaking, has been sort of down, but not here, not with you, not with Keith, not with me, not with our team, right? Roll back the clock to your history. You've spent years in the Texas oil and gas industry before moving into commercial real estate. What's the one lesson in the oil and gas industry that still gives you an edge with your clients today, and how does the eXpCommercial platform amplify?
Yes, I was in oil and gas. I was an oil and gas trader and marketer, which is a very rare role for a female, especially in that good old boy industry. I was one of 5 women traders and marketers in Houston, Texas in the early 90s. I loved it as well. I loved that, doing deals. I'm a little bit of a deal junkie, I guess you'd call me. I think one of the strongest attributes that I obtained from negotiating in that industry is just ask for what you want. In negotiating, you ask for what you want. You may not get it, but if you don't ask, you're certainly not going to get it. So don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid to put it out there, and just be willing to negotiate. I think people appreciate that. They appreciate the honesty. In oil and gas, we used to do a lot of deals handshake and then go back to the office and write it up. And a lot of that was on the golf course too. That helped a lot too on the golf course. I think that's probably one of the biggest ahas, is just you got to ask for what you want or what the client wants, and may not get it, but just might.
I admire the fact that you're one of 5 women trading oil and gas back then, and then moving into commercial real estate world, which traditionally is an industry with men. Yet you conquer, yet you deliver, yet you more than hope. Everyone's with a CCIM's got a great designation, but how's Gayle compared to everybody else in your book?
Her stature pretty much puts her out in front of a lot. Just who she is and her physical stature. She is not a short lady. She is there. You see her in the crowd, and then her character and her magnetism or her personality reinforces what you think about her when you first see her.
And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to negotiate. That's how you are successful. I'm sure your negotiating skills are off the charts. So if you're listening in and you might be losing deals here and there, reach out to Gayle. Maybe we can give you a tip or two to negotiate through it. You've been a force in the Austin, Texas commercial real estate for over 30 years. From land acquisition to development to consulting to investment sales, right? What surprised you most about joining a cloud-based platform like eXpCommercial after such a traditional market career?
One of my biggest takeaways from being with eXpCommercial is the amount of collaboration and support that I've gotten. You're in Boston, Keith's in Atlanta, I'm in Austin, Texas. but it's a phone call or a Zoom call away. I have never seen so many people willing to help accomplish or willing to help you learn. What CRM are you using now? Sharing what works for them. Collaboration is huge. It's not competition. Even in my own backyard, it's not competition, it's collaboration.
And that's a little bit different than where most traditional commercial brokerage are like, right? The guy sitting in the office next to you or the cubicle next to you is your competitor. Hardly
Right.
will they share notes with you or their secrets with you. I love that you say Keith is from Atlanta. He's been to Atlanta a lot to build his organization. He's got people in Atlanta. He's also in Alabama. He's coming
Right.
to Boston. He's going to Puerto Rico. The guy's world known, right? So Keith, piggyback on what Gayle said there and add a little bit more of your flavor to that and how Gayle has leveraged that.
It kind of goes along with my story and how I ended up here 5 years ago. But it's not just collaboration amongst anybody that's eXpCommercial. The idea that we have this huge global residential brokerage as a brother or sister brokerage with us, the other guys don't have that. Your legacy companies that have been around forever, they don't have that source of revenue. And I've tracked it, and I'm going to tell you at least 85% of the revenue I've generated while at eXpCommercial came directly from the realtors. All of those folks over in eXpRealty who are now up in 31 or 33 countries. It's just amazing. So it's like they all want to help us and we want to help them, and it's like an unlimited flow of business. And we can call upon our colleagues. I can call upon, even if I didn't know Gayle, but she's in Austin, I say, Gayle, I got this, let's get it done. And she'll say, you bet. And everybody just seems to like it.
Most of your typical commercial brokerage houses don't have business brokerage, and we do. I have referred a couple deals to our business brokers. That's a nice little feature.
Sure.
Also, the international. I went to Barcelona to eXpCon last summer. I went because I'm Austin, Texas commercial, and I wanted everybody over there to know, because it's still a destination for franchises, international money. So I wanted the agents over there to know that I was Austin, Texas commercial. I got this big surprise. I had people coming up to me for a co-sponsor opportunities, because if they brought in somebody or talked to somebody that was commercial, they couldn't talk commercial language to them. So I had 7 people, 3 from Puerto Rico, 3 from Portugal, 1 from Dubai, and 1 from UK. That was a wonderful
Access
surprise.
you've never had before in the prior
Talk about
brokerages,
collaboration, let's help each other be successful. It's
right?
wonderful.
With eXpCommercial, because we're licensed in all 50 states, we're open in all 50 states, that your license or your practice could be transferred.
I had franchises before I came here. There were other franchisees around the country, and there was an exception in our company that we actually did like each other, and we try to help each other no matter what state we were in. In the norm, and a lot of folks watching this know that you can reach out to a franchisee of the same company that you're a franchisee of, and there might be a silo there and they just don't want to collaborate with you very well. In our world, we're one brokerage in all 50 states in the eXpCommercial. I have a license in Alabama. I've got clients that want to do business in whatever other state. I'm able to reach out and make that happen for my clients in whatever state. It gets done with no difficulty of any kind. You don't have any silos you have to try to break down or anything. It just happens.
Automatically, if you move your license from wherever it is over to eXpCommercial, you now have opened up your world to the entire country and then internationally. And that's part, maybe it has to do something with why you had your best year ever. A seasoned broker is watching this and wondering, is eXpCommercial really an upgrade for my business? What's the one metric?
There is a metric that I'm trying to discover the actual numbers on, and I've asked for this and I'm going to ask for it again. And that is, I was so impressed with the number of CCIMs and SIORs that have moved over to eXpCommercial. It is a platform of very seasoned commercial brokers. I would like to know those numbers. I would guess off the top of my head that we've got at least 25 to 35% of our commercial brokers are either SIORs or CCIMs. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah.
These are seasoned, experienced brokers.
Just add one piece to it. I keep going back to the same thought. The reason we're SIORs and CCIMs, number one, is the networking across the globe. Finding a CCIM or SIOR for our client that's not where we are. That's the number one thing that happens once you're one of those designations. The beautiful thing is if you come into eXpCommercial, you don't really have to have that designation right now, and you experience the same thing. You get to touch people in 33 countries the exact same way. I mean, it's still number one. You can't get that anywhere.
What both of you are saying is you sort of elevated your sphere of influence, right? You elevated your circle.
There you go.
That old saying, you don't want to be in the room where you're the smartest gal.
To me, it gives the company a lot of credibility because these are seasoned brokers who have taken their time and their money to get the education. They're serious about it and they're experienced. They have to be experienced in order to get those designations. And they're moving their licenses and their businesses to eXpCommercial.
It's very impressive. And we are definitely growing at a rapid pace. And I'm sure if you're listening to this right now and you're wondering, can I do better in my business? Can I join another organization that might teach me more, give me more, collaborate with me more, reach out to Gayle. You've built a brand around high-level results for investors, tenants, and owners in the commercial real estate market. If you had to walk away from every traditional brokerage model tomorrow and keep only 3 things that eXpCommercial gives you, what would they be?
Well, the aggressive compensation package. Most commercial brokers aren't going to get that anywhere. And then the icon status, where the company participates in your success as well and gives you back for your success. The package that we get for $500 a month, which includes CoStar, build out, and CRM. Everybody in this business, take it or leave it, they're going to have CoStar if they're serious about this business. And so eXp has made it more palatable.
When you add up all the tools that you get as part of your $500 per month package, Keith, am I exaggerating by saying it could go upwards as high as $2,500 or higher?
Oh, it can go higher than that because of the education piece as well that we get. Everything's included that you can imagine to operate. You don't know something, go online, find the classes, pull it up, and get instructed.
People say that's worth $2,500, $3,500 all day long. They have to go out and piecemeal all the training, the tools to support the CRM, the CoStar, the build out, etc.
And then the mentors in that same category, they're a good resource for you. Our world used to say juniors. In the eXpCommercial world, we'll say mentees or junior business partners, whatever. But they get to start out with, as Gayle said, a tremendous compensation package that they will never get anywhere else that we know of from the past. Now, if others start to imitate some of what we do, nothing wrong with that either, is it?
It's kind of like a family. It's the collaboration, the culture, the friendliness.
Important.
It's so important. It's so important.
It's really a servant leader culture.
Why is this culture different from all the other ones you've been experiencing for the past 3 decades?
Major companies, it doesn't matter if it's commercial real estate or whatever profession, you've got, for lack of better terms, you have your C-suite. And your C-suite, they think about things like compensation for themselves. They think about control as opposed to and then passing stuff down through the channels, protocol, and kind of like the military. If you're down at this level, you know, hurry up and wait and follow orders and all that stuff. It's kind of the opposite. The C-suite here and the founders of the company say, help me make this thing better for everybody all the time. It's like an agent-centric company. So if you think about your leader being the servant to us as recipients, helping us better our careers and our professions and our knowledge and everything else, that's basically what's going on, which also gives all of us an opportunity. I mean, Tom's a big leader in the company, not as a W-2, like the C-suite. He puts out all the time whatever he can do for everybody that's associated with his business organization. It's a classic servant leadership model.
Give us some closing thoughts. If the agent's listening to this now, and what advice would you give that agent to go out and continue to grow their career? Give them some words of advice. And then close it out by how to reach out to you. What's that? Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple. What's that song? Give me a call. All right. Gayle, how do people reach out to you?
512-844-GOLF, 844-4653.
No kidding.
512-844-GOLF. Got it.
I love that. All right. So texting you is the best way to reach out to you.
My website is austintexascommercial.com.
Well, thank you, Gayle. It was a pleasure interviewing you. Keith, thank you for being here and introducing Gayle to our organization.